Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Bears have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Auburn's offense takes the field for the first time today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Using his legs, it's Alston. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program. But when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves into those rankings.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. The short hand, it's Singleton. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Tigers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Alston. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Both these teams just outside the top 25 and really needing to win a game like this to vault their way into the rankings.
And it's just amazing winning a game like this, what it can do for your program, right? Recruiting, your confidence, everything is better when you've got the number beside your name. And David, one of these two teams is going to get that number if they pull out the win.
No doubt, and you continue to start the season off and build, right? Because you started with preseason, and you start with getting into the year, and now you're starting to build and build and build and build that momentum. Getting a win against a really good team, finding out who you are, can set the tone for your season.
Makes the catch. It's Frazier.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You throw in the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness on the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Caught in the backfield, it's Coleman.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
4th and 1, I think everybody in the stadium knew what was coming. It was going to be QB sneak, trying to get some push. Quarterback, see if you can find a crease, pick up the first, keep the drive alive.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the end zone.
Let's go.
And they will score.
Fucking go, man.
Touchdown, Auburn.
Let's go.
First blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
Let's go.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense
Let's go,
had a plan.
man.
They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Baylor's offense will go to work for the first time today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Well, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Looking to throw, it's Robertson. Fires to the big fella.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Gets the back moving. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Prentice. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Makes the grab. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Here's the pressure. Did the work himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The Bears want to move quickly. Use the play fake, now to throw. Nice catch along the sidelines, but they get nothing out of it. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Well, going RPO on that second down, the idea was they were going to have to throw and try to get a big chunk of yards to maybe get the first or set up third and short, but no problem because your quarterback's playing smart football right now, and he takes off running when no one's there. Now you've given yourself a good chance to convert this third down because of the...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bears!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And they tacked on the extra point. He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Power football with the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Here's the return. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Got a little space. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. When you get chunks like that on 1st down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Bears are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense in press coverage. It's a seam wide open. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the 1st down. The Bears are on the move. He'll keep it himself. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Looking to scramble. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Alston fighting off the defender. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And a really nice setup here to take a shot if they want. 3 receivers to the right. Back open in the middle. They knock him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down for Auburn. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of 1st downs, now out close to midfield. Caught over the middle. It's Frazier. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now on 1st down from the 40. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Alston. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They go to the ground. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys.
Turning on the jet. Got some room, headed to the goal line.
Go, man.
And he'll finish the run and the end
Let's
zone.
fucking go.
Touchdown, Tigers.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football
Let's go.
team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Let's go, baby.
And he takes this from inside the 5.
Yeah.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Robertson. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Let's go, man.
Return, and this
Trying to fucking
defense
play with me.
set them up with a big play.
Let's go.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before
Let's
this game,
fucking
they
go,
talked about
man.
how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Let's fucking go.
They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Going right to work up top. Using the quick game. Trying to rumble in. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, looking for the score. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Coleman. Touchdown, Auburn! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Buffalo went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Bulls always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Robertson.
Let's go.
Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. Oh, he dropped it.
Out of all the ways to get a 1st down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. 1st down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily, they fumble it. His teammates get it back to give him another chance.
To the air on 1st down. The short hands, it's Cameron. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Caught near the sticks. It's Prentice. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And if you thought that was a quick 1st half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound.
Ain't no man, boy. I should have.
Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Brazos River at McLean Stadium.
They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. Going to the run to start this 2nd half. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. And the Bears will hustle to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Dropping back, it's Robertson. Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Hey, man, I played with Tiki Barber and the Giants, Frank Gore and the 49ers, LaDainian Tomlinson in the Senior Bowl. These guys wanted to catch passes in our offense. Even though they knew sometimes they were the 3rd or 4th read in the progression, they were hoping I was going to throw them a football. And it is so nice as a quarterback to know that you've got running backs like that want to be involved in the passing game.
The Bears have it with a 1st and 10.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Let's go.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense
It's
wanting
third
to make
fucking
sure
down,
that
dude.
everyone's on the same page for this big down. They kick it away on fourth down. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They're going to run it to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Alston. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Yeah, and 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Running back searching for a hole. Breaks the tackle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. On the ground, it's Alston. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Really good job by the defense, understanding third down, the situation in the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice.
He's got it. First down and more.
Damn, man, you can't give me no fucking block, bro.
He's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Rushes on him. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with it. Nope, here comes the flag.
Lost a down, right?
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
3rd and 20 now.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. RPO complete to open the drive. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Bears in the hurry up.
And everything's going to have to be downfield. That's a nice start to this drive, but they're going to need to score, get the ball back quickly, and score again.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. The Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up with tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Jesus.
And the Bears need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Robertson. He lofts one down the sideline. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Baylor! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. And you can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass. Fair catch called for and made. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It's not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Finds a spot in the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer
That
for
was
this.
a waste.
Yeah, and how about the linebacker? You know, you ask him to do so much on the football field and cover so much ground. You don't always ask him to go man-to-man, but when you do, the linebacker comes through, swats the ball to the ground.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Going up top again. Grab near the marker. It's Frazier. He's loose. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. App State came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Boone had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking for a man. It's Robertson. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
Are you going over there, bro?
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Prentice. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Wilson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. The Bears will have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. And the offense just going to spike it here.
And then 3 different planes out of Atlanta going to Jackson. The third was the trick, but I didn't get back to I didn't get to the hotel until like 1 a.m. So it was a day yesterday.
Looking to fire.
I'm sorry, Stephanie, I just joined. Where are you now?
It's Prentice.
I'm in Monticello, Mississippi. I flew to Jackson last night and 3 planes later. Multiple delays, planes, trains, automobiles. You know the drill.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Plenty
So,
of work to do here on
and then up
second and
early
long.
to get over here this morning. So, and then I head to Mobile tonight.
Ooh, okay.
Back to pass, it's Robertson. Working that left side now. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
He got it. That'll make it a one-possession game, 28-21.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive.
All right,
but
we will
nice
get
job
started.
getting ready, and your field
I was thinking, we haven't met in a little while, so I was looking back at our meeting notes, and the last time we met looks like was back in April, and so May and June, I think we took a pause because of the summit, and so along those lines, we have a few new faces. So I wanted to do some introductions. Some of you guys have already met. I know Mike Valenzuela's on. Mike, you want to just introduce yourself? He's been around.
Try to save every precious second he can.
Sure, Mike Valenzuela. Started with Coke roughly 13 years ago, 2012. Came over to Georgia Pacific in Maine, part of Stephanie's project service group under scheduling, working for Richard Nelson.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good.
How about funny stories? Mike and I go way back. We've known each other for a very long time. I spent a lot of time in Corpus Christi, his hometown. Do you have any funny stories about Richard, or you could like embarrassing stuff, like something like that, Mike? Come on.
Oh yeah. Well, James tells them best, so I'll leave it up to James.
Oh, that's very politically correct of you. You know, I could ask Richard the same thing, and he'll go there. I'm just kidding. So, no, it's great to have. Yeah, I think most of you guys have had a chance to meet Mike at the summit, and so I know he was on tour that week for sure. So maybe you last have met Justin. So, Justin, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so Justin Everett spent the last 8 years scheduling for Vanguard. It's an energy company. And from here, I'm working under Richard Nelson and assisting with the project service team.
Awesome.
Yeah, so real quick, Steph, since we're introducing all my new employees, I'll give them a little plug for what we're doing and our capability to everybody and why the expansion. So 2 new roles. So these are not replacements of anything that was open. These are additional roles that we got added as part of a capability. And it's really part of our goal to beef up where we're headed as part of our roadmap within the scheduling capability. And so some of the things you'll see us working on over the next year, and where if you do need help, please reach out to any of us on the team. But as we build our capability, we're really focusing on helping with training. So training and onboarding new PMs, new PEs, integrating in with Curtis and the Epic learners and talking about how we maybe spend more time doing training in those type of arenas. We've started to do more with the regional project team with some of the trainings around their PMs that we typically probably have not supported as much as well. And then we also have started up a copycat, if you will, of some of the Bridgeline stuff that was going on around forecasting. So helping PMs with month end to close and how do they get their schedules updated, data dates moved, and making sure they have good dates that they can put in that we all know ultimately hit our scorecards and go into Click and show as part of everything. So starting to integrate in and really help build the capability and get the word out on where we're at on some of those things. As always, we can help with interactive planning. And we can help facilitate and do as needed if people are struggling or not sure how to do that correctly. We've done a couple of little seminars, if you will, where we've helped some customers already just with coaching on how they can go do it. And then we've also traveled and done a couple of those as well, where it makes sense. Trying to focus on basis and validation. So trying to get to where estimating is and where Chris has really got our estimators up to speed and the business really appreciating where they're at from a cost perspective and how we value our projects. Trying to do the same thing with our schedule capability on how long should it take? Are we short? Are we fast? Why? Does it make sense? So using metrics to validate against what our plans are before we go fund. And then also just dedicated support where needed. So on complicated projects where we need a little bit more oversight, QA/QC, we can dedicate some time to some specific projects. So if anybody has questions, anybody has needs, I can't promise that we can get to everything, but we have started to build out our capability. And with Mike and Justin here, I feel very comfortable that we should be able to divide and conquer and at least get some support out there and talk about what we should be doing with you guys. So if you hear of anything, if you hear customers, if you hear that there's a draw, just please reach out to one of us and we'll get it to the appropriate person and try to do our best to get that facilitated.
Awesome. What are some of the lessons or learnings you guys have? Are people, I guess, where are we at from a maturity, all over the map, or are there, I guess, what are you learning?
So far, we're learning we're not mature at all. We've got quite a ways to go. I think the biggest learning so far is not necessarily internally, but externally. Our partners, where we have typically heavily relied on, they're starting to lack with capability as well. So just general knowledge. So some of what we're doing is even just spending time getting them up to a base level of what we would expect from a deliverables perspective. So it's been interesting. It's been fun. We've been spending a lot of time on the road. We've been going and meeting with different partners, and then also just trying to, like I said, QA/QC some of the stuff that's going on. I will say, encouraging is that at the summit we had several of our GP project managers come to the scheduling seminar that we had, and it was more of a hands-on type thing. It wasn't us talking about why scheduling is important. It was more of a building workshop, and they had really great questions about what it is or how they could be doing things. And so internally there's a great pool, there's a great knowledge gap, but there's people that want to learn it. So like I said, spending time with Curtis's team on Epic and seeing how we continue to elevate the onboarding process for people, and then finding ways to do that continuous learner inside the organization so that we can all get there. So those have been some of our couple of findings. Great pull internally. Externally, the pool of people may be dwindling, and we probably have some work to do around either getting things up to speed or talking about how we self-support in the future.